that these very elements themselves are out of tune through the toxic energy and clouding of our experiences in life. Namaste everyone, this is Roshani Shenazz. Welcome to Fit Tuck. Today we shall share about the connection between our thoughts, emotions and the body. But before I share that, let us spend our valuable time, the few moments of relaxation with today's mantra. This mantra goes as तू है मसलत, तू है नार, तू है रखे सार समार, which means you are my advisor, you are always with me, you preserve, protect and care for me. What a beautiful thought, what a beautiful meaning. Isn't it wonderful to know that God is always there to protect us, preserve us and take care of us? So let us relax our mind, body and spirit and chant this mantra. After the 3 times chant of this mantra, we shall say Vahe Guru, Vahe Guru, Vahe Guru, Vahe, Vahe Guru, Vahe Guru, Vahe Guru, Vahe. So get ready, close your eyes and relax your entire body. Loosen up your limbs, your neck, your shoulders, your chest and all parts and muscles of your mind, body and spirit. It is important to align and reset our inner zone before any kind of meditation, chanting or prayers. Take some deep breaths, breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And as you get relaxed and calmer from within, we shall chant 3 times. तू है मसलत, तू है नार, तू है रखे सार समार, तू है मसलत, तू है नार, तू है रखे सार समार, तू है मसलत, तू है नार, तू है रखे सार समार, वाहे गुरु, वाहे गुरु, वाहे गुरु, वाहे, वाहे गुरु, वाहे गुरु, वाहे गुरु, वाहे. Take a few deep breaths. Feel the vibrations of the mantra. Feel the energy generating within you. All the love and protection of God, the higher power. And counting 5 to 1 in your mind's eye, you can slowly open your eyes. So what is the interconnection of our emotions, thoughts and body? Did you know that we have a constant chatter and communication that takes place between our emotions, feelings with our mind, which ultimately transmits and communicates that in magnification to the body? Today I shall share with you how our internal organs have a distinctive voice that you can hear in your mind's heart or in the mind's eye, or through sensations and feelings as they tell you what they really need. It's amazing how the divine intellect takes place, and even in this modern age there is such little understanding about the origin and nature of our thoughts connected to our emotions and feelings. First, I will try to briefly explain the link between the organs in the body and the types of thoughts that you have, and how each pair of organs in the body are connected to the 5 elements that we all are made up of. The key elements which are there are subsidiary elements as well besides those 5 elements. The 5 elements being fire, air, space, earth and water. But also we have elements like the metal, we have elements of the wood which is a part of the earth, and so on. The key organ pairs and their connected elements which are there in our body are wood, which has liver and gallbladder, fire, which has the heart and the small intestine, earth, which has the spleen and the stomach, metal, which has the lungs and the large intestine, water, which has the kidney and the bladder, and air and space, which has the abdomen and the abdominal organs. Like this, there are several pairs of organs connected to the elements in our body. Other organs directly connected to these pairs and around them come under the same group. Thus, instead of trying to simply fight our thoughts, let's start looking at the pattern of communication and barging that they do and understand what they are telling you. The cycle within the body goes as follows: that our emotions communicate to the mind and the mind ultimately to the body. Then whatever is happening at and in the body at that time through the intuitive communication channels is brought back, nudged back to us to pay attention. So for example, so many times you will hear people saying, I'm feeling a little uneasy, I'm feeling a little this, which means you can't really pinpoint what is happening, but the stomach is nudging you that something is wrong or that it needs attention. It is important to know that our emotions are based on the past situations, patterns, habits, or our current surroundings, fears of the future, and ultimately are an extension of the physiology of the body, which is influenced by the choices that we make based on our beliefs, our environmental situations, and our mind, body, emotional, and feelings connection. Now, each of these, when they transpire, affect the elements that these organs are connected to in the body, and thereby the concerning organs are affected in return as well. So for example, if there is a particular thought of courage, say you are having lack of courage or strength, then it will affect the element of metal in the body and thereby affect the organs connected to the metal group. With that, you can make out the concerning organs that are affected when they give you a symptomatic nudge or output with any physical discomfort, discord or pain or any such ailment and situation that arises out of it. Now you may say, from where are these thoughts coming from? I'm not wanting to think this, I'm not wanting to think that. But the more you fight of what you not want to think, the more you are inviting them. The best part to change the course of thoughts is to replace it with another thought which is happier, another thought which is progressive, another thought which is going to lead you into more joy, into more happiness as you think about it. The more you fight with the thoughts, the more you try to badger them, the more you think, I don't want them, I don't want them, I don't want them, the more they will happen to you. So where do these thoughts come from? These discordant thoughts can happen because of what we engage with in our daily lives and the requirement of those inner elements not getting what they really need or going off balance or in a hyperactive mode. When we are overthinking, when we are trying to concoct all possible stories in the mind of things that will never take place and only fear because of what we are hearing around us. But sometimes what happens is that these very elements themselves are out of tune through the toxic energy and clouding of our experiences in life. Anything from the past, anything currently going on, or anything that you fear about the future. In fact, at times when you are totally blessed with all the goodness that surrounds you, or you can count your blessings on your fingertips,
And when everything is actually more than satisfactory, even then you may feel off balance. You may have these fears of the future that are constantly trying to overpower you. At that time, know that the body is screeching out for some help. The soul is screaming for some help. You could do this to help yourself. Try and note down all those fearful thoughts onto a blank sheet of paper and then read out those thoughts and observe what part of the body is giving you any particular sensation. Are you getting a certain pining in the heart? Is the heart beating faster? Is it that your feet are getting cold? Is it some butterflies in the stomach, or whatever that may be? Once you think of these thoughts and the connected part of the body which is signaling you, you shall get the correlation to start working through various practices, a lifestyle change, a food and intake change, and balancing the concerned elements connected to those parts and organs in the body. This will help you realize the correlation of the lack of any, deficiency of any elements and metals in your body, vitamins in your body, and so on. Replenish that along with changing and healing the very cause of those emotions and feelings that emerged, creating those ailments, discord or discomfort in you. Replace these toxic thoughts that you get with joy, with things that make you happy, as I said. Replace them with something that really exhilarated you in the past, and see how you can slowly move towards healing and processing those old emotions and feelings that had entrapped you. So begin this tonight and see what comes up. You will be surprised, and maybe something that you never ever thought of will pop up. When you start honoring all of these so-called negative feelings and shadows of life, you will come into acceptance. You will stop getting them to create a restraint. The more you fight, more the ugly head of this negativity rises up. You need to slowly dissuade it. Allow it to move away from your life by firstly accepting and honoring that it exists within you, and thereby taking the 100% responsibility of changing it. Changing the course of your thoughts slowly and steering it the other way. Nipping it in the bud when it happens is the most powerful way. So when you are gripped with a thought, immediately replace it with a powerful, happy thought of things that you want to do with your loved ones, with your own self, about your own self, your success, your achievements, of who you truly are. And when you keep doing that repeatedly, you will break its power. Don't worry about how many times you have to do that when you are starting this journey. It is about how far you have come. And when you keep honoring how far you have come, you will soon close the karmic chapter. By not asking why this is coming to me, this thought, and why this is happening to me, but rather, what do I still have to learn out of this? What do I still have to squeeze out of this lesson which is undone? Then you shall open the gates of this magical door to walk through with all strength, power, tenacity, courage, and transcend those very challenges, those very overpowering situations and thoughts that otherwise made you feel despondent or weak. So begin this tonight and see what comes up. Each of these things that are shared every time with you will strengthen your inner space. Please spread these videos to your loved ones so that we can have more and more empowered souls in the world. There will never be enough light. We need to spread it more and more by shining our own. So until then, see you next week and keep watching Fit Tak. Stay super blessed and always protected in Godspeed's love and light. Love you all. Thank you so much for watching.